What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to brighten up the place. Let's get into this podversation. This is so freaking awkward. Tiffany Haddish just really seems like she has been on a slow slide down to the pits, because seeing her act up behind the scenes at the VMAs, she was looking like a freaking stalker. I don't know if she was on something. I don't know if she is just so mesmerized by this woman that she didn't even remember that she's low-key a celebrity too, and it's not a good look for you to be fangirling out and chasing after somebody, especially when they're ignoring you. But I am not sure what is going on with her, but it is extremely, extremely disturbing. First, I want to talk about the lawsuit, okay? If you all remember, there was that situation that happened months ago that the children of a woman that she, I guess, was friends with at one time were accusing her of using them in a video that she did with Ari Spears. And she didn't really do the video with the kids, but she was definitely the one that facilitated the mother allowing the children to be involved in this sketch that was supposed to be comedy that a lot of people just did not find funny. I never watched the video because when it was just mentioned that it had anything to do with PEDO, even if it was referencing it in jest or as in comedy, because there's nothing funny about it, I chose not to watch it. I just said, you know what, I'm not going to watch it. So I only heard about it. But I thought that situation got taken care of because the kids were suing her. She had gotten dropped from a number of different things, some different opportunities didn't work out for her, didn't happen for her. And then it came out that the situation was settled. And they even came out and made a written, albeit, statement about the situation. And I thought it was weird too, because I actually did do a conversation speaking about it where I felt like, that's kind of funny, because the statement that was written, it said something along the lines of, we now know that Tiffany didn't mean us any harm or didn't intend to hurt us in any way, something along those lines. And I spoke about that and was like, what do they mean? We now know. Like, what was said or done in the meantime that changed their mind? Well, apparently that has since changed as well, because now she's being sued again. So the story is that she was served with a $1 million lawsuit at a recent show that she had in LA. And this was before the VMAs. So I don't know if her getting served with that lawsuit triggered the behavior that she was displaying at the VMAs, but I can't imagine how it feels to get served with this lawsuit at her job. And I'm not sure if it happened before she stood up to do the work that she was there to do or after. But anyway, it was served while hosting a comedy event, it says, at the Laugh Factory by a process server. And the person that's suing her is her former friend, Teresa Morris. She's the mother of the two kids who accused Tiffany and Aries of grooming them for the 2014 skit called Through a PEDO's Eyes for the comedy site Funny or Die. So according to Radar Online, Haddish was served at the side entrance while hosting the event for new comedians at the Historic Comedy Club just one before the show began. The woman is suing her and Spears for defamation following the aftermath of a previous lawsuit brought by her children, who were 14 and 7 at the time the skit was filmed. The teenage girl claimed that Haddish coached her on how to stimulate, doing you know what with her mouth, while eating a Subway sandwich. And I'm not going into all of that other stuff, but it said the woman was paid $15,000 as settlement from Spears and is claiming that the two comedians labeled her as an extortionist. The plaintiff's mother, Trisha Morris, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Ms. Haddish for several years, Haddish's attorney said of Morris back in 2022. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Ms. Haddish would not be shaken down. Now Ms. Morris has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. And Spears also reportedly called Morris a lying bee. Morris claims in a lawsuit that her reputation, as well as her personal and professional life, has been negatively impacted by Haddish and Spears, alleging that her comments were part of a shakedown. She added that she currently suffers from mental anguish after being dragged on social media. Ms. Morris was not named as a party in the lawsuit, nor did Ms. Morris's name appear on any court documents that led to the malicious statements by Tiffany and Aries, the new lawsuit contends. Morris's daughter is listed as Jane Doe in court documents, and at the time she and her brother dropped their lawsuits against the comedians, Doe said that she was glad the situation was behind them. So this is the statement that I was talking about. It says, "My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can all put this behind us." So I remember that, and I'm like, that sounds weird to me. It definitely sounded like they were paid off, but it was not confirmed at that time if they were paid off, and if they were paid off, how much it was. And I mean, settlements don't have to be disclosed, so it really isn't any of our business unless it comes out and we just happen to find out about it, because you can have settlements sealed. And so I remember that distinctly. So now with her being served with this lawsuit after she settled that case and now being sued for $1 million for defamation, it's not looking too good. But listen, people are calling her out not for the lawsuits, but they're calling her out for her behavior at the VMAs, and particularly towards Shakira. I'm going to play this clip and let you all just hear the stalker vibes that she was given.
Stop it for you. Shakira, you gotta turn around, baby. Come back. I'm on stage. I know where I'm going. Shakira!
So listen, Shakira had her back turned, and even though it was noisy back there, she heard her name being called, but she was not trying to have anything to do with Tiffany, okay? It was extremely cringy, and she was stopping along the way as she was walking out, hugging people. She comes up behind her. She photobombs. It's like really, really weird, and I'm wondering what she's feeling like right now, looking back on the situation. If she's, sobered up since that has happened, to just see how she was behaving and just seeing that it was just absolutely crazy. But BuzzFeed, they're talking about it, and they said that because of what she did and, the Shakira situation, just her behaviors all around at the VMAs are going viral. So we know she was giving the stalker vibes with Shakira, and then they're saying that she could be seen screaming while the rapper Glorilla presented an award. So it wasn't like she was performing and she was just, doing whatever she was doing. She was actually being a presenter, and she was yelling while she was doing that. So that definitely gained attention. And then she was being loud during a Doja Cat performance. And so people are just like, please get the restraining order, get the straight jacket, get something to contain this woman, because we don't know what's going on. Now, I'm not here to make light or make fun of mental health issues. And listen, I know sometimes people love to say, oh, people just use that as a scapegoat these days. But I'm going to be honest. I do believe that more people than we know or acknowledge, or even acknowledge it themselves, deal with and suffer with some mental health issues, because it is a body part that is rarely addressed. It is the brain. And because of this lifestyle of social media, and then you couple that with celebrity, how pressure cooker type it could be for a lot of these people who are in the industry. I'm not saying that all of them act this way. Of course, all of them do not. But if they're not getting their mental health issues checked and addressed and treated, and then they're choosing to self-medicate by using alcohol, by using drugs, whether legal, prescription, illegal, sniff, sniff, snort, snort, shoot up, smoke, smoke, you know what I mean? Then this is something that we could see happen. And unfortunately, with all of the pressure that she has from becoming almost like an A-list celebrity overnight, with her being in the movie Girls Trip years ago, and how it really catapulted her, and even a lot of people just seeing her as a minstrel show in terms of how she behaves and acts out at award shows, on the red carpet, at the Met Gala, and different things like that. I would not be surprised if there are some mental health issues and struggles there that she just has not addressed fully. And we do live in this age and society where people are always drinking. Always drinking. It's promoted, I need a drink. And so she might have just had one too many, and that had her acting a certain type of way, not excusing it, but just trying to explain. But Shakira, I think even with security and all of those other people around, it was scaring her, because she probably saw Tiffany like a regular everyday stalker that might have tried to get at her if she was out somewhere in public. You know what I mean? To have this woman yelling at her, yelling her name, continuously trying to come at her, and then photobombed her a few times, looking, I don't want to use the C word, but you know what I mean, looking a certain type of way, I'll just put it like that. I'm sure that was not comfortable for Shakira. And so I don't know what is going on with her. All I can do is speculate. And so again, I'm just trying to say my thoughts on what I think it is. You feel free to let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. What do you think about the mother of the kids suing her for $1 million and Aries Spears for defamation? Honestly, I don't see this one going away for Tiffany, because I did feel that it was a bit much when it was like, okay, the case is settled. Why did her attorney come out and make those statements about the mother and about it being a shakedown and all this other stuff? I felt like they should have just left well enough alone. So now it's come back to bite her at this point in time. And definitely let me know your thoughts on the meltdown at the VMAs and her low-key stalking Shakira. That was extremely cringy, and it wasn't even funny. I couldn't laugh at it. I was very, very concerned. I'll just put it that way when I saw it. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.